Hey guys, it's Fix. Welcome to another Mentoring Monday. Today's topic is called True Intentions. Have you ever noticed how easy that good relationships are with people when everything's going great? We're all at our best when things go smoothly. But what happens to the relationship when you get hurt or you hurt the other person? What happens when there's money involved? Does your behavior or the other person's behavior change? Unfortunately, quite often the answer is yes. Some people do change. They change from pretending to be in it for the right reasons to it becoming all about what is best for them. Their true intentions are exposed. This is actually not a bad thing. Nothing worse than having a relationship with someone and not knowing their real and true feelings. These will come out sooner or later. The sooner the better as far as I'm concerned. I've been involved in a lot of business deals in my lifetime. Most have gone well, but some have gone bad. Sometimes due to my mistakes, and sometimes due to the mistakes of the other person. So how did I react? Did I try to crush the other person to gain an upper hand? Did they try to take advantage of me? Did I focus on the short term and not the long term? Well, I can tell you if I valued the relationship, I focused on doing whatever it takes to build a long-term and profitable relationship for both sides. I learned over time that when things go wrong, the true character, the true self of the individual, and the true intentions are often revealed. So why is this? When you suffer harm or when you're afraid, it often draws out the true thoughts, attitudes, assumptions, and desires of your heart. What are your actual intentions in the relationship? They're exposed when something goes wrong. Think about it. The pain exposes your true intentions. I found that the most trusting and long-lasting relationships and friendships are strengthened when a harmful situation is resolved win-win. To the contrary, many relationships or friendships are ended when one side tries to take advantage of the other or they choose not to make the other person whole. So I'm going to give you 9 tips to help you get through these situations when something bad happens in a relationship. So for the sake of this discussion, let's assume you've been harmed. So 1, gather all the facts before you react. How many times do we jump to conclusions? Gathering facts can be like peeling away the skin of an onion. There are often many layers to the facts, not just the outer layers. Get all the facts, not just what 1 or 2 people tell you. Basically, trust and verify. 2, give the other person an opportunity to explain what happened. Let them give their perspective. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Listening is very important. Don't interrupt and argue with them. This will just cause more conflict with each side defending itself. You must truly want to know their perspective. 3, you should calmly explain how you've been harmed. Try to quantify it into specifics. Remember, your goal is to help the other person understand your perspective. This becomes difficult if you give an emotional dump. Give yourself some time before you get to this point. It helps you sort through your emotions. 4, for the person who made the mistake, admit the mistake. This takes courage. The reality is, denial is more than just a river in Egypt. It's something that will limit your future. Accepting responsibility is the first step towards learning and not just surviving. Mistakes are good as long as you learn from them. Mistakes mean you're taking risks. 5, it's the responsibility of the person doing the harm to make the other person whole. So what is whole? That's why the effective two-way communication I outlined earlier is important. To get the other person to the same place before they were harmed. This could be a financial solution, or this could be an emotional solution, like a behavior change going forward. This step to making the other person whole is often the make or break step in a healthy relationship going forward. 6, if you've been harmed, you understand that you have a very powerful gift, the power of forgiveness. Otherwise, you will go through life carrying a ball and chain of past experiences you cannot let go of. I've actually met people who do nothing but keep score of grudges and toxic relationships. They keep talking about it over and over. Let it go. Do what you have to do to vent, to grieve, but eventually forgive and forget. Don't let these problems occupy your brain rent-free. They take the place of positive thoughts. 7, if you've harmed someone, you should understand that you have the power to build trust and make the relationship even better by how much you make the other person whole. A half-hearted or no attempt weakens or destroys the relationship. An honest and strong effort builds trust and makes the relationship better. In the business world, I've had numerous 20-year-plus customers that started off with my company screwing up their order. But I went the extra mile to make them whole. I did what was right. Why? Because my true intentions were to help them grow a profitable business and form a friendship with them. I did not realize it at the time that by taking this approach, I was laying down a foundation for 20 plus years of profitable business from each of these customers. How much profit did I make from these customers over 20 years versus getting the most out of just one order? The dollar amount wasn't even close. 8, this step boils down to the true intentions of your heart. If your intentions are only for personal gain in each situation, then you'll spend your entire life fighting for everything you get. You'll never get out of survival mentality. You'll fight to survive each day, each week, month after month, and year after year. If your intentions are to help the other person be happy, to be successful, and to build trust, then you'll receive the rewards of many people giving back to you for over a lifetime. All right, finally, 9. The last step is I call the litmus test. This test is, do you have a shared vision? You can try all these 8 steps, but if you don't have a shared vision, then sometimes they don't work. It might be better to end the relationship, agree to disagree, and move on. So what's a shared vision? Common goals, like the common goal or a shared vision of a sports team is to win. You don't have to like each other, you just want to win. A shared vision for a company is typically spelled out in their vision statement or their mission statement. It should be based on something much bigger and more important than maximizing profits. A shared vision for friends may be that you both enjoy the friendship and you have a long history of helping each other. Your strengths are different so that they complement each other. You've grown to depend on each other. A shared vision in a family is pretty obvious. Your family. It might be to please mom and dad if they're still alive, to get along during family gatherings at the holidays or other family get-togethers. Sometimes creating a shared vision in a family is the most difficult. Lots of issues. This shared vision, when prevalent, makes it much more likely that when both parties disagree and their true intentions come out, you can resolve these differences going forward. Remind each other what the common goals are to get each side back on track. If you want healthier relationships in your life, watch what happens to these relationships when something bad happens. Look for the other person's true intentions. The same goes for you. What are your true intentions? You might surprise yourself with what you find out. So I hope this topic about true intentions was helpful. Until next week, this is Bix signing off. And remember, it's never too late to reinvent yourself. Cheers.